Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Very excited. I've got an Irish Stout to review for you this evening, and it's one that I've not had for quite a while, and it's just come back into British supermarkets. Tesco have released this beer. It's now brewed by Heineken. It's Murphy's Draught Irish Stout, coming in at 4% ABV. I say it's now brewed by Heineken. Heineken have owned this brand for a long time now, to be fair. I think they bought it back in the 80s, if I'm right. This can was given to me very kindly by Chris, my mate Chris from Chris's Beer Reviews. He went into a Tesco and found they were doing Murphy's again in a box of 10 for a tenner. So £1 a can, 500ml cans, is it? No, it's a 440, sorry. 440 with a widget in it. So it's a proper creamy Irish Stout. They've obviously rebranded slightly. They've dropped their sort of cream trim that they had either side of the Murphy's logo. So it's had a rebrand. It's in a plain black can with this logo in the middle there. So Murphy's, it's got the James Murphy signature on it, established in 1856. Draft Irish Stout, coming in at 4% ABV. It has got a widget. Hear that rocking about. It's got a widget in there. 4%. I'm going to see if it's any good. Is it worth your money? Tesco. So easily obtainable. There's that hiss. I've not had a Murphy's for a while. Last time I had Murphy's, I'm pretty sure I bought a box of it in a B&M shop. But it's a few St. Patrick's days ago now since I've had it. I'm going to give it a heavy pour. You can hear the widget wobbling around in there. And there she is, developing in the glass. So 4% ABV, slightly weaker than Guinness Draught at 4.1. Yeah, I do like a nitro Irish Stout. Nice creamy Irish Stout. That's developed quite nicely in the can. No real drama. I imagine that through the Guinness Nitro surge, it might be a little bit more dramatic. I might try that. I might do that on another video maybe. But we're here to find out if the Murphy's is any good in comparison to the other Nitro Irish Stouts that are on the market. But I say, it's back in Tesco. It's jet black. It's jet black. I'm getting the tiniest little bit of red bleeding through because I've got a light shining on me, so I can see it and you can't. But it looks like your quintessential Nitro Irish Stout. That head, you can see that. Good conditioning. Let's get me snouting. Not a great deal. Roasted malt flavours, which give off slightly vanilla-y, dark fruity, coffee notes. It smells okay. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. It's nice and creamy. Very nice. Very smooth. Very drinkable. And there is a sweetness to this that's pretty noticeable. I don't know if they put a bit of lactose in this. I'm not too sure. But there is a kind of a vanilla-y, almost fruity sweetness to this one. Other than that, it's the usual suspects. You've got your roasted malt, your roasted grains, your sort of subtle dark chocolate notes, milky coffee notes. It's very drinkable. What does she say on the tin? I can't imagine a lot. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hop extract, nitrogen. That's all she says. Yeah, it's not one that Heineken take any pride in. Otherwise, they'd have a little bit of flavour text on it. But it's Heineken we're talking about here. They don't give a monkeys. It's not bad. It's not bad for a smooth Irish Stout. Oh, look at that. Look at the conditioning of it. Yeah, it's got that creamy coffee, roasted malt vibe. It's not really doing much for me, if I'm honest. It's just, I don't know. I kind of feel like once you've had one, you've had them all, haven't you? If you've had a Guinness, you've had a Murphy's. If you've had a Murphy's, you've had a Beamish or a, I don't know what else is there. Nitro Irish Stouts. Once you've had one, you've had them all, I think. It's one of them styles of beer that's put on a pedestal. I feel like a rant's coming on here. I feel like a rant's coming on here because I know people love watching these videos about the Nitro Irish Stouts and anything that involves a Guinness, or if you can get it in a supermarket, people are interested and all that. But in reality, it's a bang average stout. Yeah, I could definitely feel a rant coming on. What am I doing? I feel like I drink these beers and they all kind of taste the same, and it's, unless you're going to the Murphy's brewery, which I don't even know if it exists anymore. I mean, I imagine this is brewed Edinburgh, is it? Guinness? Heineken UK Limited, 6 St Andrew Square, Edinburgh. Brewed and canned in the UK. Yeah. So this has been brewed in Edinburgh. So it's not even Irish. It's been brewed in a factory somewhere in Scotland. It's not brewed anywhere near the original Murphy's brewery, I would imagine. I don't even know where the original Murphy's brewery is. It's not even a real thing, this. It's not even a real thing. I imagine they have a copy of the original recipe once upon a time back in, when was it? 1856, when it was originally brewed. But I imagine this is a far cry from that original Murphy's Irish Stout. Same if you go to Dublin. You go to Dublin and drink Guinness. It's completely different to the Guinness that you get in England. I've said it a million times. There's a video on my channel where I went to Guinness. I went to Dublin. I went to the Guinness storehouse and I drank it there. And it was like I'd been drinking Guinness wrong my whole life. And I kind of get the feeling that I'm developing an opinion of this beer based on what's in front of me, but there'll be purists that will tell me they drank Murphy's back in the 80s or something before Heineken acquired it, that will tell me it tasted completely different back in the day, and I'm sure they're absolutely right. But for me, this is just another bang average stout. It's not good stout anymore. It's Nitro Stout is kind of a style unto its own. Guinness is a style unto its own, and this is just that. It's just another Nitro Stout. It's creamy. It's got the body. If you want a creamy, thick stout, fine. This is for you, definitely. This is definitely for you. But I'm not going to sit here and look for very distinct differences between this and Guinness or Beamish or any of the others. Forged, the Conor McGregor one. It's all right. It's drinkable. I think maybe I'm reviewing this when perhaps I'm not really in the mood for it. I don't think I've been too harsh, but it is just meh. It's just meh. It's not a good stout, but if you want that Irish Nitro Stout thing, then fine. It's absolutely fine. It's got the roasted malts. There's a bit of coffee, a bit of chocolate to it. It's creamy. Job done. But it's gone into Tesco's. Hooray! Murphy's Draft Irish Stouts. It's just a bit bland. It's just a bit bland. Unfortunately, this is what it is. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because it's not horrible. It's not it's not unpleasant, but it's just not very great. That's all there is to it. 6 out of 10 for me. Murphy's available in Tesco. Boom. If this is what you fancy, go out and grab it. 10 for a 10. Not bad, is it? Hope you enjoyed the review. Give it a thumbs up. Till my next one, you take care.